Hi, this is Mara Velasic, one of your instructional technology coaches. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Pear Deck integration in Canvas. The first thing you need to do is to make sure that your Pear Deck slideshow is ready to go and to assign to students. So I have my Google Slides and I have interactive Pear Deck activities within this slideshow. So my slides are ready to integrate into Canvas. On my Canvas course, I've created an assignment for my Pear Deck session. Again, what this is going to do, it's going to embed my Pear Deck session inside my Canvas assignment so that students no longer have to go to joinpd.com in order to start my Pear Deck session. So on my Canvas assignment, I've included directions and a reminder for students that if this is their first time using Pear Deck, they will need to log in with their district account, but that can all be done within the Canvas page. I also included a reminder to my students that once they reach the end of the slideshow, they need to click the Submit Work button to complete this activity. This is part of the Canvas and Pear Deck integration, is that students will have a button to end their slideshow and click Submit Work. So this will signify to the teacher that they're finished with these slides. So once I've included directions in my text box, I'm going to change the display grade as, change that to complete incomplete. This is part of the Pear Deck integration, and this is how teachers are notified when a student is done working on these slides. Under submission type, I'm going to click External Tool, and then I'm going to click Find, and I'm going to find Pear Deck in this list. Once I've selected Pear Deck, I'm going to click Select, and Pear Deck is now loaded here as an external tool. I can then continue with the rest of my assignment settings just like any other assignment. Once I'm ready, I'm going to click Save and Publish. So I've added the Pear Deck integration, and now I need to actually choose the Pear Deck slideshow that I want for this assignment. If you are not currently signed in to peardeck.com, you will have a notification here to sign in with your Google account. Make sure that you sign in with Google so that it's connected to your paid account through the district. Once you've signed in with Google, then you'll have this window right here to select a file from your drive. So I'm going to click that button, and it's going to open up my Google Drive. So this is where I'm going to find that Google Slides presentation that I want to start a Pear Deck session with. And actually it's right here. So then I'm going to click Select. Now I've added the Pear Deck integration, I've chosen the slideshow, and now I need to choose if this is going to be a student-paced activity or an instructor-paced activity. Oh, just a quick reminder, student-paced means the students can click through the slides at their own pace. They can leave, they can come back, and they can pick up where they left off. They can also go backwards in the slides to review anything that they've already done. And then when they reach the end, they'll have a submit button. An instructor-paced activity means that the students are all on the slides at the same time, and as the instructor, I control the pace of the slides. So when I click forward in the slideshow, that will match on the students' Chromebooks, and they will see the same slide that I am on. You can do either of these activities inside of Canvas to prevent students from having to go to peardeck.com in a separate window. So for this video, I'm going to show you a student-paced activity where the students are going through it at their own pace. So now I've chosen the slideshow that I want, and this opens up the teacher dashboard for me. So no students have joined this session yet, and I can scroll through here and look at each of the slides, and I would be able to see student responses as well. I can access this student dashboard within this Canvas assignment. I can also access this student dashboard at peardeck.com. I'm going to show you what this looks like from the student perspective. So here's a student in my course. Here's the assignment. So they're going to click on that assignment. They can see the directions that I've included. And then here is the actual Pear Deck session. So it's embedded inside their Canvas screen. It always is going to start with the climate check unless you've turned that off in your Pear Deck settings at peardeck.com. Or students can also skip that climate survey. Once they click skip, then this actually starts the session. So students will be able to click through this at their own pace using the arrows down here They also can click on the microphone if there's any audio included in this slide. As students click through this slideshow, they would interact with interactive slides here and then continue to the next slide. When a student is on an interactive slide, like this one that's a draggable, as soon as they start moving that icon or interacting with that slide, then this turns to a check mark. So this shows the student that they have already interacted with this slide if they're clicking back and forth through this slideshow. Students also have access to the Immersive Reader in Pear Deck. If they click on that Immersive Reader, it will open up the Immersive Reader where they can have that text read aloud to them and also translated for them. In order to go back to the slideshow, they would click that back button to return to the slides. When a student reaches the end of the slideshow, they get this slide that says, "Let the teacher know you are done." Click the button below to let the teacher know you're ready for their review. So when a student reaches here and they're ready to submit their work, they can click Submit Work. So now I'm going to go back to the teacher view and show you what this looks like from the teacher perspective. So I'm back on that assignment in the teacher view, and I'm going to click on Speedgrader. And what I'm going to see here is if I click this drop-down menu, I see a check mark next to Student 02. That means that Student 02 has clicked that Submit Work button on their slideshow. Again, this does not pull their responses from the interactive slides and puts them as viewable in Speedgrader, which is really a bummer. So the only way to really check what students have done on the slides or how they've interacted is to go to that assignment and look at the teacher dashboard here. From the teacher dashboard, I can click on these three dots right here and I can make that teacher dashboard full screen. This will let me more easily see students' responses within the teacher dashboard. So I can do that grid layout or the over layout as I click through the interactive slides and see how students have interacted with these slides. So again, the unfortunate part about this is that it does not take the students' responses from the interactive slides and puts them in Speedgrader. I have reached out to Pear Deck and they said that it's on their roadmap, but I'm not sure at what point that will become available to us. However, this integration does prevent students from having to go to another window to joinpd.com. Everything happens within their Canvas course. So this is an overview of the Pear Deck Canvas integration. If you have more questions about Pear Deck, please reach out to your instructional tech coach and we'd be happy to help. Thanks.